I'm just waiting to get all my tech rolling here. Okay, we are rolling. All right, today's video is about creating something together without getting annoyed. I am Shauna White, Heartfelt Intimacy Coach, and I wanted to, we have in the US, we have Thanksgiving coming up this week. And it makes me think about how in relationship, and this is not just on holidays, but holidays can accentuate it. In relationship, we have this dynamic where it's this tension between what we want to create and what's actually happening. And navigating that fine line, it can be tricky sometimes because we can get annoyed. And then it gets magnified when it's a special occasion, because on a special occasion is when we are less casual, we're more focused about what's the beautiful thing that we want to create with our partner. Now, this happened for me actually just for this week. I was anticipating there was a buildup because of communication with my partner about what his schedule is going to be this week. There was a buildup of anticipation that we would be able to spend more time together this week. And as it happened, as his schedule unfolded, it turned out that that's not the case. Other things are going on, and so we're not actually spending more time together like we thought that we would be. But what's so beautiful is that I was able to navigate that in a really smooth way. Like, I didn't actually have any moments where I got upset. I didn't even get disappointed. There was a moment where I felt like, oh, I miss him. But there's this subtle way that we can walk in grace between creating something that we want, creating something beautiful. So focusing our energy, setting our sights on something, and yet not freezing our vision into expectations that can then cause tension and disappointment and annoyance if things diverge from the vision that we have, that we want to create, right? So here's how it goes wrong. Is it's very natural when you want to create something, you want to create a date night, or you want to create a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday, or you want to create a week where we're going to have more time together. And this is a collaborative creation, right? Because this is in our relationship with our significant other, a relationship with our family, our parents, our kids, whatever it might be. Having the vision, we can get tense when there's a difference between the way that we see that we want to create it, and we're taking action to create it that way, and we're putting our energy and our hope, our desire, our investment into what we want to create. So then when things go differently, like maybe well, even if the family does things that is kind of annoying at the Thanksgiving table or whatever it might be, the difference between the vision that we have and what's happening can cause us to get tense and to feel upset or lacking, and then to get annoyed. So annoyance is a form of anger. It's a subtle form of anger. It's not like I'm angry, right? But annoyance or frustration is, well, particularly annoyance is, anger is a sign that we feel like we need to protect ourselves, and like we're out of control. In other words, the experience that we're having is different than what we want, and we're not okay about it. Anger is the projection of that energy out to fix the environment. So when we get annoyed, there's this underlying dynamic that came before, which is that we got disappointed. We felt like what I feel like I need in order to be happy, what I feel like I wanted to create, which would be a beautiful experience of love, is not going well. It's broken. Something is interfering with it. And now I'm angry at the thing that's interfering with it. But underneath that is a, a lack of trust in the flow of the divine. I know might sound like a leap, but it's true, actually. It's the difference between, do we feel like we're in a partnership with the divine and we're part of a creative flow, but we're not in charge of that creative flow? And that hand of the divine is not just inside us, but it's also inside our partner, it's inside our family members, it's inside everything that's around us. When we can shift from I'm in control, like I'm alone in creating the vision that I want to create, and I've got to sort of manhandle and make sure it goes the way I see it. We shift from that to I'm not in control. I feel what I want to create. But when something unexpected happens or something different than my vision, let me feel what that is and feel how I can uh, connect with that unexpected development with love in my heart. How do I love what this is, or how do I include what this is in my experience, allow it to be in my experience? How do I renew my grounding in love in the presence of this experience? I think that's actually the best question. And the reason I wanted to bring this now is because you may be having a holiday dinner coming up this week, and because it's a special occasion, there may be this more intense tension between what you want to create that's beautiful and what's actually happening. And if that does come up for you, I highly suggest giving this a try, this question of how do I relate to this development from a place of love inside myself? Because that's like such that if you can experience how to relate to that from the place, that new development from the place of love inside yourself, then you can create this love inside you that swallows up all of the differences, all of the developments that could throw the creation of a beautiful holiday event out of whack, right? The things that diverge from the beautiful vision that you had. If you can say, how do I be with this from the love inside myself, then you can experience a love inside you that swallows that up into the love and transforms it so that you continue to build and flow in this energy of love, which will create a much higher experience of this special holiday than the thing that dynamic that we can get stuck in sometimes of trying to create something that, and our vision solidifies into expectations that can then be disappointed and then cause a flat feeling or disappointment or an annoyance, right? So let's swallow it up into love. If you have a hard time accessing that love energy, is that question of how do I relate to this from a love place with, my father just did that thing that's so annoying. How do I relate to that from a love place? How do I love him anyway, even though he does those things, whatever it might be, right? If you have a hard time, if your energy's gotten tweaked and you just can't really connect with love, then in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I suggest tapping into gratitude. Think of something that you're grateful for the day. Something about the day that you're grateful for, because gratitude is one of those uh, shortcuts or jump starts for opening the heart again. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts for how to make your holiday week with hopefully the loved ones that you're spending it with, the best holiday week that it can be. And I hope that you feel supported by that. I hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating. And if you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, then I hope you're feeling grateful this week, because gratitude is such a healing energy. All right, that's it for now. Happy Thanksgiving.